Yo, good evening. Welcome back to Penthouse Project Wednesdays. And on today's episode, we're going to be covering what we like to call the God body. Personally, probably going to be one of my favorite topics to talk about. And we're just going to go over what the God body is, what it means, and why it's so important.
What a God body is a fit body, a person of exercise, a person of extreme health, extreme discipline, and a person that treat their body like a temple. So first off, I think we're gonna start off with the benefits of exercise. What you think?
Yeah, when we talking about the God body, let's just first talk about what exercise does for your mental. And when I say mental, I mean confidence, self-esteem, mental clarity. Just on the confidence tip, if you're in shape and you look good, you got a nice physique. You feel good about yourself. There's no better way to start your day than getting up, going to the gym, and it gives you a sense of accomplishment. And when you feel accomplished, you feel confident, and you just you like yourself more. You can buy yourself a lot of material things and bags and stuff like that, bags, clothes. None of that stuff is gonna make you feel good when you gotta go home and look in the mirror at night with no clothes on, butt naked, and you can actually say, "Yeah, I got a nice body."
Yeah, I mean, many benefits for me. I think personally that people forget to go over is stress, everyday stress. Everybody goes through everyday problems, but the benefits of working out is it reduces your stress. It allows you to have mental clarity. It allows you to perform at a higher level in whatever you do. That's the whole point of being a 1%er. If you can perform at any level and work, and starting in the gym, because it's the hardest thing to do every day. It's consistency over intensity, but it's kind of like a combination of both in a sense, because you want to work out intensely every day, but some days not gonna be as intense as other days. So it's really about just showing up every day. And when it comes to reducing stress and thinking more clear, a lot of decisions, especially brass decisions, come off of unclear or clouded, or sometimes clouded thoughts, and you be like, damn, what could I have done to think a little more clear or a little sharper around the edges in this area?
When people be talking about, when people ask us or ask anybody else, what can they do to become more productive? What can they do to have a more productive day? All they say is start your day off with a workout, because just on a mental clarity tip, I know if I miss a workout, which I rarely do, but if I miss a workout, I just wake up, especially if it was a late night and the food I ate the night before wasn't the best, bunch of garbage. If I wake up the next morning, I'm going to just feel clouded, man. I can't even really think about anything that's going to make me some money or take me further with my goals. So, it's always good to get up, take a cold shower, take a cold shower, which got those nerves all, firing and wiring, and that wakes you up, and then you go to the gym and get a good lift session on, and then when you leave, you can think clear. You can, kind of pinpoint the tasks of the day versus if you don't, if you wake up every day and never hit the gym and never do no type of exercise, I'm sure that it's probably impossible to pinpoint what you got to get done and actually be productive versus just sitting on your phone and scrolling on Instagram all day. You know what I mean? And on another tip, to go back to that self-esteem point I was talking about earlier, if you just in shape, man, you just feel better about yourself, man. And I'm talking about when we say in shape, we talk about in shape that you can actually see. Like, it's cool to be,
cardio fit.
Yeah, it's cool to be fit and you
marathon runner.
Yeah, marathon runner, but self-esteem, when other people can look at you and the first thing they say is like, damn, bro, you got big, or you cut up, man, it make you feel better than yourself. To me, it make me feel better than when somebody commented on the outfit, because obviously getting a nice body is harder than getting some nice clothes. And the thing is about getting nice clothes, everybody can do that. You know what I'm saying? So
I will say though, it is many benefits of being like a marathon runner or somebody who just run, but the benefits that come with getting bigger or getting cut up or working on physique, it's crazy benefits, and it's not only internal but it's external. I feel like the cardio would be more so internal benefits because of the mental clarity that it provides, the way that, people usually use runs for like internal health reasons.
If we talking about what we believe fitness is and the reason why we say you should get in shape, I definitely believe, like he said, being in shape is cool, but the reason why we say get big and actually get noticeably cut up is because part of the whole, rising to the top of the food chain and surpassing everybody else in life, is being somewhat intimidating. I'm not talking about being a thug or being a gangster, but anything like that, but
you gotta be admirable.
Yeah, you gotta be admirable. You gotta be a monster. You gotta be just one of them. You gotta be a beast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why we say get big. Like, especially if you're in your 20s and you a male, you a man. You know what I'm saying? Get big. Especially if you're not playing those sports, you don't have a reason to stay slim. Like, go out there and put some real mass on it. You know what I'm saying? Fall in love with that. You know what I mean? Because it does make you more admirable.
It's just facts. And then most CEOs or most people who are the most admirable, people look at them for the things that people like can't do usually. So like usually when you super big or super in shape, people look at you and be like, damn, like, what can I do to be like this, or what can I do to be that? And that's usually where respect comes into play though. People respect stuff that they admire. Mm-hmm. And that's flat out. But yeah, I mean, to touch on what you was talking about before, waking up early, I feel like the many benefits to waking up early that people don't realize is that if I'm waking up at 4:30 every day, the average person don't start their day until 7:30 because the average work day start around 8. So you gotta wake up. Most people wake up around 7:30, get up to 30 minutes to get out of bed, to get whatever done they need to get done. But if I wake up 3 hours before everybody today, and it's 365 days a year, if my math is correct, this is going on top of my head, I want to say you get between like 27 to maybe 30 days extra on a year than somebody who just wake up at 7:30.
I mean, as soon as they wake up at 7:30, when I say they, I'm talking about people who don't perform in the 1%, who have no real goals, who aren't out here, fulfilling their purpose. When they wake up at 7:30 to go to work, well, if we talking age groups, people in our age group, which is about I would say from high school up until about age 25, and I say age 25 because age 25 is where people stop caring about your dreams. You know what I mean? If you haven't figured it out by then, or at least halfway on your way, by age 25, people just say, man, just give it up, you're going to get a job.
They just don't hear your excuses.
So I say from teenage years up until about age 25, that's what I consider our age group. Most people, if they not considered or trying to be in the 1%, I would say the average date, most people I talk to getting up at 10. So if I'm getting up at 4:30, I got 6 hours on you. You know what I did? I worked out for 3 of those hours, and for the other 3 hours I did straight. I don't really call it productive work because it's not necessarily making me money, but meditation, reading, all this stuff gonna pay off in the long run. We spend 3 hours doing that, and then we eat a breakfast of about 2,000 calories. Just trying to build mass and stuff like that. So I done did all that in 6 hours, and then 6 hours later, all you did was yawn and wake up and check your phone. You know what I mean? So that's why we say this is so important, which actually ties into my next point. What is the God body mentality? Basically, the God body mentality. Every time you walk in the gym, you should be like, bro, I'm a fucking beast, bro. Like every time you walk in the gym, you're supposed to be like, I'm the best here. You know what I mean? Like, I'm here to, you ain't compete with nobody but yourself. But you here to destroy yesterday's you. And I don't care if yesterday's you performed great, but every day you're supposed to set new levels. For instance, last week, well, not even last week, what was that? Monday?
Yeah.
Monday, it was chest day. Walking in the gym, I was feeling something. We all go through something. And I was just in a different type of mode. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, bet. I need 265. I needed 6 times. And I'm talking about on the bench press. I didn't quite reach 6, but I reached about 4. I'm like, bet. Since I didn't reach 6 times on 265, I need 275 twice. You know what I mean? That's just the type of mentality you got to have. You got to be able to compete with yourself and be better than yesterday's you.
You got to. The question was God body. So, God body to me is like, your body is a temple. So if you treat your body like a temple, usually when you reference a temple is something like spiritual or like sacredness. So if you treat your body like a temple and you take your exercises and your workout as serious as you're supposed to, your temple will be built. Your body is your foundation. So your temple is built off your foundation, and your body is gonna be as strong as your foundation. So if my foundation, my body is strong, everything else is just gonna coincide.
All right, imagine this, right? Imagine this. Because, a lot of people look past this part. I don't know why they do, but they do. Imagine you trying to run a Fortune 500 or something like that. And every night before you go to sleep, you smash a whole pint of ice cream, drink some liquor, eat some chips. You never work out.
It's crazy.
You busting pointless nuts. When I say pointless nuts, I mean masturbation and stuff like that. You're just doing a whole bunch of stupid stuff. And then you wake up the next morning, you expect to perform in a 1%. You expect to be a high performer. It's just not gonna work like that. When us as entrepreneurs, bro, if you serious about it, like if you're trying to get to that bracket of 8 figures, 9 figures, like stuff that regular people really just don't do ever. You know what I'm saying? Only people you see do it is on TV, and you didn't even know it was intended. When you want to get to those type levels, your body gonna go through a lot because it's gonna be hours or days where you don't sleep. And in order for your body to go through that type of stuff, you have to feed it the right food, and pretty much it's like oiling, they say oil your chain on your bikes or your bike, or make sure you take care of your car. You gotta make sure the machine is able to withstand those type of hours of work. If your machine is garbage, if it's full of garbage, if it's not strong, it's gonna break down early. You're not gonna be able to even touch that type of money. You're gonna implode. You don't want that to happen.
Machine gotta be fully functional. And like you referenced entrepreneurs, I'm gonna go to with me even as a student right now. Like with me being a student, I walk in every day into the classroom knowing that the hardest part of my day is already out the way. Lifting 205 pounds at 150 pounds, 100% plant based. That's the hardest thing of the day. So when it comes to presentations and stuff like that, it's like people ask me in class like, dang, how you so confident on your presentations, or how you speak so well during this and that, or how did you know you was gonna do this? And I'd be like, well shit, the hard part of my day over with. This shit easy. Like waking up at 4:30 every day, going to bed at 9:30 every day, that's the hardest thing I can do. The hardest thing is like being consistent with my regimen and discipline is a form of self-love. So loving myself to the point where that I know that I can't slip up, I can't let my body fall out of the line, I can't miss my sleep, I can't do none of this bullshit. Like, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, let's talk about we only gonna teach y'all what we believe, you know what I mean? So let's talk about cardio versus weight training. When should I do cardio? If I'm trying to put on real muscle mass, when should I do cardio? The answer to that is after the workout. You don't want to go and run 3 or 4 or 5 miles before you go and lift weights, because this is how this go. To put on muscle mass and gain weight, it's simple math. You gotta put on more weight. Lift more weights and eat more food than you burn calories. So that's how I go. So if the first thing you do when you wake up is drinking a gallon of water and going to run and cutting mad weight, it's gonna be hard for you to put on weight. Cardio is definitely important. So what we do is we first thing we wake up, we trying to clock 1,000 to 2,000 calories. That's first thing. Then when we hit the gym, we weight training heavy for hypertrophy. Hypertrophy is getting a nice physique, pretty much getting bigger. And then strength training is you lifting heavy short reps. That's how you get stronger. So we do both, but mainly we train it for hypertrophy. So we do 3 hours of straight hypertrophy work, a little bit of strength in there because you got to get stronger too. And then we go and eat more and let that weight sit on us, and then we work out again, and then we do a little bit of cardio. We're gonna run a mile or two, but we're not gonna be. Pretty much, you just want to make sure your wind is good. We're not out here trying to run marathons. That's what we're not saying it's wrong to do it the other way around and run a bunch of miles, but we telling y'all from what we believe the true mentality of or having a God body mentality means, and so that's what we believe your cardio to weight training ratio should be.
And even touching on the training for the hypertrophy and the mass, I think the most important thing is people that you gotta know your body type.
Oh yeah, you gotta know your body type.
You gotta know that. Like,
it's the 3 types: mesomorph, ectomorph, and endomorph. Mesomorph is how I'm built, pretty much gain muscle extremely fast. Ectomorph is how Sam is built. We call them longer muscles, more lean muscle, longer muscles. It's like your
people like to look at it like you cut.
Exactly.
You know.
If you was to compare it to somebody in professional sports, imagine a mesomorph being your favorite running back like Ezekiel Elliott, and imagine your ectomorph being your favorite wide receiver or slot. And then the last body type is an endomorph, and that's the guys who, when they was coming up, everybody had that cousin who everybody said was big bone.
Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, but really he's just an endomorph, and for him also it's very easy to put on muscle mass.
Yeah.
And so endomorphs and mesomorphs pretty much train the same. Ectomorphs gotta find if they try to put on muscle mass, they gotta eat more and they gotta find a suitable workout plan.
Tell them how you train though.
Well, how I train is I do hypertrophy and strength training at the same time. So when I first come in, say like tomorrow is chest, abs, and what? No, not chest, abs, chest, shoulders, and triceps. Yeah. So on all three of those muscle groups, what I'm doing is I'm starting off heavy. So when I hit the gym tomorrow, I'm probably start off at 285 and get 2 reps and do that 3 times, right? And then I'm gonna start dropping weight. When I start dropping weight, the more weight I drop, the more I'm training for hypertrophy. So you see, I started off with strength. When I end up around 225, by that time I'm hitting 15 or 20 reps, and that's when I'm putting on true gains. But the beginning at the 285, 275, 300 range, strength, I'm going for straight strength. So I train for both because my body allows me to do that. I've been doing this for years. I've been in the gym. I've been lifting weights since I was 14, so I got a different type of muscle endurance. I'm not saying everybody should train like that, but if you trying to put on some serious mass, the name of the game is hypertrophy. And if you're an ectomorph, you gotta do your research. Just because it's harder for y'all to put on muscle mass, I can't really speak from that standpoint. I'm gonna let Sam tell you about that.
Yeah, I mean, as an ectomorph for me, I pretty much just do. So I do 6 sets of everything. I do three sets heavy just to get my strength up, but I do 3 sets of at least 15 to 20 reps. And when I say 15 to 20 reps, it's not just a pump rep, it's a slow and controlled 15 to 20 reps. So I can burn my muscles and I can build the definition that I need to define my muscles. Because I think that's the biggest thing when you train as an ectomorph, you gotta really define each of your muscles. Like, you gotta really hit your chest and focus on your chest group. You gotta really focus on your biceps. You gotta really focus on your abs, because when you an ectomorph and you're a little skinnier, everything's gonna show.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about progressive overload. Progressive overload, that's the name of the game right there. Working your muscles till failure, to the point where they feel like you got shot in your arm or something. You know what I mean? Every day. People don't even know that's really how you burn fat too.
Every day.
When you lifting weights, weight training is how you burn fat. Believe it or not. I don't know I'm not saying the cardio thing is definitely not a myth, but people don't speak on how actual weight training can burn fat or turn fat into muscle. So progressive overload, every time you hit the gym, you working muscles till failure. You know what I mean? Reps till you can't go no more. That's how we do it. Just, you know what I'm saying, do your research and look into what it means to go through progressive overload.
Yeah. And then, progressive overload for me every day it's draining. It's one of them things that's just draining, but you just got to do, because it makes the biggest difference in your workouts week by week. So when you're working out, you want to kind of measure your progress every week. So when I say measure your progress, if you doing, so me personally, like last week, I was doing 185 to 190. But this week I set a goal, like, all right, I'm going to start at 205 then. So if I'm adding 5 to 10 pounds every week, next thing you know, you're going to be at your goal, and then you're just going to keep overloading your muscles. Mm-hmm. You're going to be, but even when your muscles feel beat, you know your muscles is repairing. And I think that's the most important part about recovery. I think that people got to understand, like, things such as cold therapy, like when we do the polar plunge and we do the cold pool, like stuff like that to help your muscles repair faster. People understand the importance of it, because you can't just overload your muscles and then expect them to recover on their own. You got to take the time to really put the work in to recover your muscles, and that comes with calories too.
If your recovery game is trash, bro, it's gonna be harder for you to build muscle. People sleep on recovery. People sleep on diet.
Rest.
Rest. I'm not telling you to go fucking vegan. Everybody not gonna be vegan. Everybody not gonna be vegetarian. That's our life. we definitely recommend it. But even if you're not vegan, and I don't care if you're eating steak and everything else, proportion, staying away from grease and high fats, unhealthy fats, and a whole bunch of sugar is the name of the game. And eating proportion meals, getting your greens and your carbs and protein is the name of the game. But basically what I'm saying is if you got bad diet, bad sleep schedule, and bad recovery process, your results not going to be the same. Also, I'm going to speak on me. I supplement heavy. You know what I'm saying? I take creatine. A lot of people just think that creatine make you bigger. It does help you get bigger. It cuts you up, and it's 100% natural. And what people don't know is it makes your muscles hard, and it stays in your system for 8 to 12 weeks. So those off days we walking around, you know, every guy walking around the house feeling on their biceps and flexing.
Me all day.
They be hard when you on creatine. You know what I'm saying? Get some creatine in your system. Get about 5 grams of that a day. BCAAs help expedite the recovery. This is all natural stuff we talking about. Aminos. What else? Shout out to this company called Steel Supplements, man. Look into some of their stuff, man. They got great pre-workouts. They got, I'm talking about top-notch proteins, vegan and non-vegan. They got NO2, stuff like that. Get the blood pumping, open up the passageways, more more blood to the muscles. They got pro-hormones, stuff like that. Anti-estrogens and stuff like that. And while I'm on the topic of anti-estrogens, let's talk about the difference between estrogen and testosterone.
So long list on this one.
For simple terms, estrogen is the dominating female hormone, and testosterone is the dominating male hormone. Where does estrogen come from in men? Fat. Body fat.
Man.
And what does estrogen do? I mean, you know, first off, if you got too much estrogen, that's how you end up with man tits. You see somebody that's fat, as a man, they got man tits, none but estrogen. And we all know those people out there.
Yeah, and estrogen as a male, it clouds your mind. Body fat and anything that's not supposed to be in your body or too much of it is going to affect your mental thinking regardless of what you do.
And as a man, you don't want too much estrogen because it leads to feminine traits.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Sexy pants.
Yeah, that's what it leads to. So natural estrogen conversion is just straight up getting rid of body fat, bro. Get jacked, get shredded. You know what I'm saying? Get jacked, get shredded, and keep as much. I mean, we all gonna have a little estrogen in our bodies, but keep as much out of your body as a man as possible. And the main way you can do that is just keeping body fat up out of you. You know what I'm saying? You don't need it. We all need a little bit of fat, but you don't need a whole bunch of excess body fat because, like I said, it converts to estrogen.
Yeah, and I think, speaking on estrogen, we got to touch on the importance of testosterone. I think the important part of testosterone is that as a man, you want to have a fit body, you want to be able to think clearly, and you just want to you want to have all those masculine traits. You don't want to lack in areas, or you don't want to have any female tendencies. And I think that's the problem with this day and age, and with sometimes the dopamine and social media be releasing into people and stuff like that. I think people need to know the difference.
Look, bro, don't lack. I don't know who been telling y'all that it's okay to get participation trophies. It's okay to be second place. See, this is all some new stuff. I got parents that was born in the 50s, so I got kind of an older mentality, and I just know they just tell me from back in the day that even they see it, man. It's just a different generation. Don't lack. You know what I'm saying? People just think, oh, I could just have money and I'd be cool, or I could just have this and I'd be cool. But have everything, bro. Why not? You get a long life. It's long if you actually put in work every day. People always talk about life is short. Life is short if you're sitting on your ass watching it go by, of course. But if you're working every day, bro, the way I see life, man, I tell people like, I own a few companies right now. You know, I got the clothing brand, we got the magazine company that's on hold, and then we doing a podcast. But in 10 years, as much as I love the fashion industry, bro, I end up being a chef. Like, mark my words, like that's how long life is. You can do this much stuff if you actually working every day. All you gotta do is if you imagine life like this, every day you one step closer to death. Every day. Every day you wake up, yes, it's a blessing, but you one step closer to death. If you start thinking like that, that'll motivate you more to get up your ass and actually go do something. You know what I'm saying? So basically what I'm saying is don't lack, bro. Be good in every area. You know what I'm saying? Girl come around and ask you what you good at, you tell her everything. Literally.
That's the whole point. That's the whole point of this topic, though. God body, man. If you really want to live your life to the fullest, you gotta have a God body. You gotta treat your body with the utmost respect because your body is your temple. Your body is everything. You can't enjoy money without a healthy body because that's how you get depressed. That's how you get sick. That's how health problems start to occur and stuff like that. And it all stems from something. And most of it usually become self-inflicted when people are not taking care of their body or not prioritizing their health as they should.
You know what I noticed? This is what I noticed. Just because with me being me, a lot of times, man, I heard it from a bunch of the women I dealt with in the past. Even from, I remember the first time I ever heard it, my 8th grade teacher. And one of my homies who probably gonna watch this, a fellow friend and entrepreneur named Christian probably can vouch for this. I remember my 8th grade year, man. I always been me, man. I remember my 8th grade teacher called me. I was like, I'm tired of your pompous and arrogant attitude. And in my head, at 13 years old, I thought like, and that's why you a school teacher. You know what I mean? I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. Some people who actually always wanted to be school teachers. But a lot of people, a lot of times they just have to do what they feel like they was good at because they don't feel like they can get more out of life. And basically what I'm saying is, bro, don't let people call you arrogant in a world where being, extremely self-conscious and insecure is okay. You know what I'm saying? Everybody give you a hug. Everybody give you a hug when you telling you insecure, but nobody want to give you a hug when you say you a dog and you a beast and you going through something because you got the weight of the world on your back. Where my hug at? I don't get no hug. I don't never get no hug. I'm 21 and I'm doing more than most people doing. I don't get no hug. So I feel like this new mindset basically is holding us back. And I'm gonna talk to my guys, you know what I mean? Because I'm not saying it's a man and woman thing, but I'm gonna talk to my fellas right here. Bro, don't see yourself better than everybody else. But if you work harder than everybody and you better than me, let's state the fucking facts, bro. I'm better than you because I put more work in. God made us equal, yes. But he gave us both equal playing field and I took advantage of it while you sat on your ass. So if somebody asks me am I better than you, I'm gonna speak from a fact standpoint. Yes, we can always figure this. We can always test this hypothesis. We can go to the gym together, bro. We could just straight up see. I'm gonna just prove it to you. But that's every man's mindset. That should be everybody's mindset. If I put in the work and I'm better than you, well, damn it, I'm fucking better than you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be an asshole about it. I'm not gonna be arrogant, and I'm not gonna, just always tell everybody like I'm better than you. I'm gonna be humble about it. I'm not gonna run my mouth or nothing. But the facts is the facts.
Shit, look at Floyd. Floyd said it. Hey, Floyd said it. He said, I'm the hardest working fighter that's ever did it. 50 and 0. You know what I mean? When you put the work in, you don't even gotta talk about that shit. That shit just show. And it show in every aspect of your life though. Like you say, like how you the best and how we talking about working out right now and how exercise play a part in our life, but that you being the best in that aspect is gonna translate to you being the best at any career you do.
Exactly. It started off as I give my drive. First off, I always give thanks to God, of course. I give thanks to my father because, like, bro, people be trying to, bro, I see you get up at 4:30 or what? That's dope. Bro, I've been doing that. I ain't gonna jack 4:30. I've been getting up at 5:30 since I was 11 years old. You can call my mom. You can call my dad. This is facts. So, investors always talk about, like, I heard this thing where, say if I hit the lottery and I hit for 300 million, Sam been investing since 2012. He been in Bitcoin since 2012. And he told me how much money he got in Bitcoin. And I went, just because I hit the lottery and tried to put that same exact amount of money as Sam got in his Bitcoin, I put that in my Bitcoin. And over time, Sam still came out with more money than me. Why? Because it's called compound interest, right? That's the same thing with every area in their life. People think that they could just start working out and then go get with the best trainers and think they're just going to be at the level that I'm at right now. But because of compound interest, I'm way stronger, got way more muscle endurance because I've been doing this since I was 11. You know what I mean? So put the time in, put the work in. Never let nobody tell you to, humble yourself, especially if they're not in a position that you want to be. Don't never let somebody who make a salary of $50,000 a year tell you to humble yourself. Don't never let nobody who obviously got a lot of personal work they need to do, who you could tell wake up every morning and don't really get themselves a hug or don't get themselves a high five because they not feeling themselves 5 to 6 days out of a 7-day week. But don't let them people, yo, you should humble yourself, bro. Keep going, because you inspiring somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's all you're doing. Hate, you know what I'm saying? It's just concealed flattery. That's all, you know what I'm saying? They hating on you in public, and then when they go home, they trying to mimic the same exact thing you do. So just keep on doing you.
Yeah, I mean, referencing starting working out, shit, I probably started when I was probably like 13, 14. Shout out to my mom, because my mom told me, when I told her I wanted to take basketball serious, she told me flat out, like, if you want to do this at this level or at a higher level, you got to work as if you already on that higher level. So she told me to every day, and this was before before I even had a trainer or anybody coaching me or anything like that. I had to put the work in myself. It was just me and me. So I used to go in my basement every morning, work on my dribbling, work on my shooting form, and just put the work in. And then when the time came around, and I think I was going into like the 8th grade, when 8th grade season rolled around and everybody came back from 7th grade, summer and stuff like that, I was better than everybody. And it just showed.
I remember a similar story. My dad, when I told him I wanted to be nice, because, you know, if you ever play AAU ball or if you ever played middle school ball, you know, in that 5th, 6th, 7th grade range, and you was good and the kid was good, it was like he got praised on a different level. And a lot of the kids where I'm from who was good in Cleveland, they all had trainers. But I'm from Kingston Road, the worst neighborhood in Cleveland, and I didn't even have a basketball in my backyard. All I had was a Walmart ball and the sidewalk. Thank God for sidewalks, because that's how I got my handles right. But my dad used to send me around the corner of Glendale Park, 1,000 shots a morning. I'm 10, 11 years old. We talking about the most dangerous hood in the city of Cleveland, arguably. And I'm walking around the Glendale Park every morning and putting up 1,000 shots at 10, 11. And you can ask him, by the time I was 15, 16, I had a crazy jump shot. I ain't make it. If my attitude was better in high school, I could have went D1 or something like that. But basically what I'm saying, I ain't go pro. But one thing basketball did for me is it gave me a crazy work ethic. And all it did was translate over into what I do now, which is I'm in the fashion industry. And somebody asked me who also in the fashion industry, bro, why you work out so much? Why you do all that? How's that plays to the fashion industry? And I'm thinking in my head, like, see, that's why I'm gonna go further in this game, because it's a mental thing. You know what I mean? I'm just able to. Tom Billiard said, bro, the most successful people are able to suffer. My willingness to suffer. This morning it was 39 degrees outside when I went to Polar Plunge. I did 10 minutes. Ooh, 39 degrees, bro. So that means the water is in the 30s, and I did 10 minutes in the water. You know what I'm saying? And people don't think that translates, bro. I don't care if I played the violin, bro. I would still have the same workout plan. Because people think that you just got to be some MMA fighter or boxer to have a workout plan like I do. Yeah. But that's what's going to take me further, because I'm not smoking cigarettes and sipping lean before I do a fashion collection. I don't see where that correlates. You know what I'm saying? I'm choosing a different route, and I'm going to be here forever. Like, unless I intentionally switch my industry over to something else, bro, I'm going to be in the game forever.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of my industry personally, with me wanting to be a lawyer and knowing how strenuous law school is, but not even knowing how strenuous law school is because I haven't entered it yet, but hearing how strenuous law school will be, hearing how tough it's going to be dealing with clients and stuff like that, I look at stuff like that and kind of giggle at it, because it's like, you think that's strenuous. Imagine putting wear and tear on your body every day just to get bigger or better. I think it's all like a mental thing, but it's like, if you work out and do it at a high performance level and get better at it and master it, just like anything else, your habits gonna translate. Your discipline to work out every day, your discipline to wake up every morning, every day, your habits to eat clean, to take care of yourself is gonna translate to whatever you do. So me personally, with me wanting to be a lawyer, with me going through law school, I feel like my little everyday habits gonna translate into that, and it's just gonna roll over.
It is.
I'm gonna become a master of it.
Look, somebody asked me what the benefits of getting jacked was. Basically, getting jacked is getting big. This is one 50 Cent song called "I'll Still Kill," and he had this one line that stuck with me forever, and I actually quote it all the time. He said, "Respect comes from either admiration or fear." Right? So basically what I'm saying is getting jacked is getting big. If you could obviously see my size, right, through my clothes, even if I got on a bubble jacket or something like that, you may not fear me, but you may admire me. Or you may not admire me, but you may fear me. But you know what that leads to at the end of the day? Respect. And if you're a real man, if you're a real woman, respect. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta like me. You can hate my guts, right? And you can hate my whole camp. You can hate all of us. But respect is just something we literally will die for. You know what I mean? So that's just...
Respect is everything, especially if you're a grown man. If you're a grown man and you getting disrespected, rather it be by other males, rather it be by females, you can't be a grown man.
Whatever you want to, some people use the term alpha, some people use the term just real dude, real N-word, whatever, right? You're not neither of that. None of that. If your number one demand from another person, another man, is if it's not respect, bro, nope, you're not none of that. But
people gotta know that people gonna respect you as much as you respect yourself. So if you're not taking care of yourself, I'm not gonna take care of you. If you're not doing X, Y, Z to make yourself better, why would I do X, Y, Z to make you better? I don't care who you are. Ain't nobody gonna respect you until you respect yourself. If you don't prioritize yourself, ain't nobody gonna prioritize you. And it's crazy because it's like, man, I see people every day get on Instagram and they be begging. Like they just be on there begging for attention, or they just want some clout. They want something. I'm like, how you want somebody to respect you and you don't even respect yourself enough to just create something and let that bring you what you asking for? And that's just flat out. Like people just want respect nowadays, and they just want this shit to be handed to them on a plate.
You gotta earn your respect, and you gotta die about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying literally die about your respect, or maybe I am saying literally die about your respect. Never let somebody disrespect you, bro.
Don't do nothing dumb though.
Yeah. So that's so to that person, I forgot who was asking me that question, but that's the benefit of getting jacked. That's just one of many, but that's really one of the top 5 main reasons.
Better, man.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Make it close. It's just everything, man. We could talk about it for days, right? But that's like my it's a whole bunch of benefits, but that's definitely top. Yeah, you're gonna get way more girls, man. You just more desirable by women too. You know what I'm saying? Because girls, what they do is, it's a new trend now. It used to be the skinny dudes back when Wiz Khalifa and Tyga had their run. But now it's the dad bod. That's the new thing. And that's gibberish. That's bullshit. That's fucking garbage. That's garbage. That's fucking garbage, man. Grow up. Grow up, bro. Don't let these girls tell you that shit is cool. And don't tell yourself that. The dad bod is cool, because really all you doing is, I like to say, I got this thing where when somebody says some bullshit, there's always a root to their bullshit. And it always leads back to a few emotions: fear, laziness. And that right there, that dad bod excuse leads right back to lazy. I could dig through all of that bullshit. You could tell me, oh, my girl like it, bro. I like my size. Like, I don't want to get too big because I'm a fashion dude. I don't want to get too big. Bro, when we get all the way to the root cause of that shit, bro, you just lazy, bro. Every morning you wake up and you say, I don't feel like going to the gym today because I went yesterday and I'm a little sore. You lazy. If you wake up in the morning and you see that it's rain outside, and you don't drive to the gym, and you let the fucking rain stop you, you lazy. It was raining outside this morning when I did a polar plunge. So it's always a few emotions that niggas' excuses lead right back to. Fear, laziness. Those are like the top 2. Insecurity, bro. So many I can name, bro. Yeah. Stop making excuses, bro.
Don't be scared to get started in the gym, man. Everybody starts somewhere. So if you go to the gym and you small in the gym, or you're not lifting as much as everybody else, man, don't even look at nobody, man. Just focus on you. If you look at the gym every day as just me versus me, you're not even gonna pay attention to them. Everybody in there probably they clapping you on for real, because they like, damn, you made the attempt to come here. So you might think people looking at you in a funny way, but it's really people looking at you like applauding you.
Bro, the beginning stages for everything suck, right? We in the beginning stages right now, Penthouse Project, bro. Y'all don't even know that. Like, this is our 2nd episode. The beginning stages of everything suck. Just get up your ass and do it, because if you never start, because you were scared to begin. You were scared for people to laugh at you because you're not curling nothing more than a 10-pound dumbbell, or you're not hitting nothing more than just the bar itself on the bench press. Bro, you would never get to the point where you hitting 275, 285 like me. You would never get to that point, and it take time, bro. That's just what it is, bro. It's gonna take time. So if you ain't start till you was 24, don't expect to see no real all natural gains for 2-3 years. But anyways, man, that's episode 2, the God Body mentality. That's what it means to us, and that's how important it is to us. And we was just here. We was fortunate enough to explain how important it should be to you. So get in the gym, turn into a fucking beast. Get big. Really listen to that, and you know, if you got any questions, you can reach out and DM me personally on Sledge or him at
Samuel Wright IV.
You can also DM the Penthouse Project Instagram or email us. But tomorrow we got something special for y'all. We are dropping the Lifestyle Done Correctly pullovers. They're dropping navy, 14 ounce, 100% cotton. They drop online, so be on lookout for the link in our bio at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, December 23rd. Tomorrow, 23rd, right?
Tomorrow, 22nd. December 22nd.
So, my fault. We're not dropping tomorrow. We dropping on. Oh, we are dropping on. Because, yeah, so December 22nd, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern. Be on the lookout for the Lifestyle Done Correctly pullovers. This is not the last of our drops. In fact, this is only the first, and we will be dropping once or twice a month. Just be on the lookout. Cool pullovers, cool sweatsuits, accessories, workout gears, mugs, a whole bunch of stuff, candles, a whole bunch of stuff is in the works. So just be on the lookout for that. And yeah, you got anything with it?
That's it.